This is Mr. Impact Wrestling himself, Moose, and you're listening to the Irish Whip.
Hookers and Coke?
Hookers and Coke, man.
You're the only pro wrestler I know that wants to do this shit in the morning.
Yeti, you're a f***ing moron.
Put it this way, I think Sami Callihan might as well just change his name to Invader
I
1.
want to know why. Like, he can dodge any question. Like, I'll tell anyone that. You can tell me but I'm going to ask specific questions.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all the rest of you yahoos who are out there dilly-dillying you little wankers, we're actually receiving real wrestling news.
This is
Brett screwed Brett.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Brett screwed Brett.
Hold 2! Arm bar!
Hey, get a nice shot of the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate your hat. I hate your t-shirts. I hate your wristbands. I hate your shoes. I hate your music. I hate the C Nation. I hate everything that you stand for.
Sodas rule.
Yeah, they do.
Take a photo while we do this. What's up, TIW Mafia? We're back again, and I'm here with the man from Australia, JXT. How's it going, man?
Australian wrestling icon, the Jaystick JXT. Yeah, it's going great, mate. I'm going bloody awesome.
Now, you're going back Monday. You've been here for 90 days. What do you think about wrestling in the U.S. so far? I know, there's been a lot of Australians lately that have had some success there.
Oh, well, yeah, the wrestling scene here is amazing. And I think the reason we keep coming out here is because I always tell people, if I could have America's wrestling scene in Australia, my life would be perfect. There's just so much. You know, this week I'm wrestling 5 shows in a week. Last week was 4. The week before was 3. Back home, it's once or twice a week. So.
But the Australia scene is still growing too, though. Sorry, I don't know how to hold a microphone, apparently. But the Australia scene.
Hold it like a dick.
The Australia scene is still growing, and you guys are going to a point now where it is weekly at least, though, right?
Yeah, but sure. There's definitely, especially like in the bigger cities like Melbourne, Sydney, and even Adelaide, there's shows every week, and Perth too. But the thing is, we need to grow our online exposure, and for us to do that, we need wrestlers like myself, like Shazza McKenzie, Mick Moretti, Adam Brooks. We need these guys to go overseas, and so wrestling fans in America, in the UK, in Japan, in Mexico, see us and become fans of us. Then when we go back home, we take those fans online with us, and then companies that have online exposure and online video on demand, then that way it can grow abroad. So it's not just, because we have such a small population, we can't just, exhort all the wrestling fans of Australia because there's only so many. So that way, if we go out, go to different countries like myself here, make new fans, get into a new audience, we can bring those audience back home online and hopefully grow the scene.
Now, when you're planning on making an extended trip, like 90 days, how do you plan out where you're going to be? I know, you've been here, you've done New England All-Star Wrestling a couple times. I actually know that you've gone to Alaska, which not a lot of people do. Or going to Alaska, sorry. Now, how do you plan these long trips, like taking time off of work and that type of thing?
I'm a freelance graphic designer, so I work week by week, and so I can take 3 months off. I literally booked flights 3 months apart. I booked accommodation, and I messaged KM from WrestlePro. I said, hey, I've booked 3 month flights, 3 months worth, like a gap. Can I come and train? That was all I had. I didn't come here with any bookings. I just came here to train and to hustle and to meet people and to just try and get any opportunity on shows. Luckily, I got a tryout. Tommy Dreamer hooked me up with Impact and House of Hardcore, and then from there, everything just sort of took off, and any show I could go to, even if some shows I'd just go and help out. If there was a show or even a wrestling convention, I wanted to be there and I wanted to show my face because I've only got 3 months here and I've got to make the most of it.
Now, how did you start training in Australia and then come here and continue the training, or did you start all the training here?
Yeah, so I've been wrestling for 8 years. I started in 2011 with Jake Navarro and George the Hitman Julio, who's an old WCW Australia wrestler from back in the day, Jim Barnett. And I started with him. Orlando Jordan came to Australia a year later. I trained with him for a year. And then I've been wrestling in Australia. I did a stint in 2016 at OVW in Chikara. Went back home, kept wrestling, and then I've come back here for this time. So yeah, it's just been a continuous sucking any experience and knowledge out of anyone I can. Every international that comes to Australia, I'm doing their seminars, I'm picking their brains, and I tell the guys here, they're so lucky that every show you work, there's someone who's done something of significance or has, you know, a great brain, a wrestling brain you can pick, because back home, although we have some, there's not as many as what's here. So it's just, being a sponge and soaking up as much information as I can everywhere I go.
Now, do you know when the next time you'll be back in the United States is?
Well, technically, I'll be back in the United States December 7th, I think, for WrestlePro Alaska. But Alaska is obviously quite far away from the rest of the United States. But I will be there for WrestlePro Alaska, and I will 100% be back here next year. Definitely WrestleMania week, I'll be in Florida. I don't know if I'm going to do February, March, April, or April, May, June again. But it's going to be a 3-month stint, and it's going to be centered around WrestleMania week. So April, 100%, I'll be back.
Awesome. JXT, thank you so much, man. Your Twitter, your Facebook, and all of that.
Please follow the Australian wrestling icon at JXT_official on Instagram and on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. The page is JXT. The best 3 letters in professional wrestling, and I'm pretty frequent on there. I'm posting every day, so hopefully I keep you entertained. And hit me up and give me a follow.
Awesome. Thank you, JXT, so much. Have a safe flight back Monday, man.
Cheers, bro.
What's up, JW Mafia? JP here. Big Joe's next to me, not paying any fucking attention.
What?
Exactly. But I'm here with Davey Cash, man. We're at the gimmick table. This place is blazing with people, but Davey Cash is taking a second away from his table. Davey, what's going on tonight, man?
Nothing much, man. New England All-Star Wrestling. Me and Pyro here about to do our thing. Tag team wrestling, what we do best,
That's it, man. You and Chris, you guys are a little bit more than just a tag team. You guys are best friends, brothers, man. You guys have been up and down every road all over New England together. But what's New England All-Star Wrestling mean to you guys?
New England All-Star Wrestling is a special place to us. We've known Caleb since he came into the business, and he was a child, and he grew into a man, and he gave us this opportunity to come here and wrestle people like Nico Silva, you name it, Robo, the Lion, you know what I mean? We've been wrestling them all, so
everybody.
We wrestled the Closers the last show, which was excellent.
Yeah, man, that was your first time, I think, with the Closers.
First time with the Closers,
top tag teams. Now, tonight you guys get an open challenge, so absolutely anybody?
Absolutely anybody in New England, the U.S., anywhere there's independent wrestling.
That's it, man. The Hoodz. You got, what's your Facebook, your Twitter, all that stuff?
At @_Hoodz for Facebook, the Heat Chris Pyro on Twitter, and Davey Cash on Facebook.
Literally one of my favorite tag teams in the world and some of my favorite people in wrestling, man. Love you, Davey.
Thank you, bro. I love you too, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, now quit the bullshit. Now get back to the real talk here. Oh, wait. You guys doing an interview? I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.